Hi, Chelsea. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. How are you today? Thank you for being so patient. Sorry, my hiccups with my computer breaking down a couple times and all that stuff. Just put me way behind. Getting caught up. So thank you for being patient. And I like to explain to my first timers, at least I don't remember reading for you before. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. A little bit of taste and smell. This is not an exact science. They show me pictures sometimes. They'll talk, but they'll show pictures, and I need to explain. It's called spiritual charades, and I need to describe the picture to you and tell you why. There's always a reason. Even if you don't remember it now, you'll either remember it later. A family member might validate it for you, or it might pop up in front of you later. So just if you don't understand something at this moment, keep it in mind. Like I said, it's not an exact science. I don't get names exact most of the time, probably because I keep saying that. So if I say John, they'll be talking about a male with a J or a J-O name. So you might have to think outside the box a little bit. I don't shove anything in that box to fit. It is whatever it is, whatever they say. That's just the way we communicate. And we're going to talk to your dad, Tom, today. Okay, he comes in calling you baby cakes. So it could be something. Even nicknames kind of fit in the name category. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. So something along that line. He says you're just so cute. He wants to pinch your cheek. Now I'll try to give you at least 2 or 3 things that you can validate, so you know for sure that I've got him, and then the rest of it will be messages from him. He wants to know if you remember when he used to take his whiskers and rub them on your cheek, all bristly and sticky. And he used to do them on the baby's foot too. On his grandson's foot, he used to do it on his foot, tickling. And on his belly, as he would blow on his belly, you know how they do. Crap, I can't do it. Motorboat on the belly, I'll just say that. How's that? And rub his face like that on the baby's belly, and tickle him with the whiskers. He says sometimes you kind of worry about where he's at, whether he made it, and what he's up to. And sometimes you think maybe he wasn't, what's the word I should use? Maybe he wasn't going to make it clear to heaven. He says heaven is here on earth. It's just in a different way where he's at now. He says similar, but different. He's mentioning hopping. Okay, what he's showing me, I don't know what you look like, because I don't creep anybody's Facebook page before I do a reading, because it messes up what little logical mind I have. I don't like any information ahead of time. And if you ever go to a medium and they ask you for a bunch of information at the beginning, run. But he's showing me what I think is you, and a very small child, and you're hopping, you're kind of side by side, like in a living room or something, and you're both hopping up and down, and then you stick your butt out and you wiggle it. You're watching something like on the TV, like a video or a YouTube or a children's program or something, and you're both doing it together, and you're hopping, and then you stick your butt out and you wiggle it. But I can't hear like any song or anything like that, but you're both looking at something, like following, like we used to do head and shoulders, knees and toes. Maybe you're too young for that. I don't think anybody says that anymore. And you're laughing. He wants you to know when you did that, he was there. And he was, and he says he was kind of half-assed doing it along with you, but he didn't get too energetically into it. He says he doesn't have to, because he doesn't have to lose weight now. He says the grandson sees him, and most small children and animals see your loved ones that are gone. Most of them, because they haven't been told yet, you can't have an imaginary friend. You can't see them because I can't see them. So when they're really young, they don't know yet until they get older, and then they go, ooh, I better not say anything. Animals can see them. So the grandson, and wait a minute, before I say that, let me backpedal here. Okay, I don't know how old the grandson is now, but when he's showing the grandson, because he's shown me, they always show me whether or not the child interacts with them, whether they just don't see them or ignore them, because they do both. But he's showing me the child like young enough, so you'll have to think back, hopefully you remember this, young enough that he's standing in a crib or a playpen, standing clear up against the side of it, and the baby is reaching out for somebody to pick him up, but there's nobody there. I mean, this is like he's showing like what they do, like if you would walk over there, and they would want you to pick them up, only this is, you didn't see anybody there. And it happened evidently quite frequently, because he was standing there and the baby saw him, and the baby wanted him, pick me up. And sometimes when he's in his room alone, looks like probably bedtime, that he's in there giggling because Tom is in there playing with him. And that's a good thing, because I've been to houses where people go, oh, there's somebody in my house, you need to come cleanse it, and it's grandma and grandpa. If they were assholes in real life, then I say, let's get them out. Let's make them leave. But when it's somebody who is this loving and caring for his grandson, it's a good thing to leave them there. It's a good thing to not tell him to go. It's he's whispered things in his grandson's ear, and the grandson has said things about him, or pointed and said Papa, or whatever he would call him. He has said things about him out of the blue that there's no way that he should know anything about who Tom is. And it's things that Tom has whispered in his ear, I'm your papa, or blah, blah, blah. And then he'll see, I hope I'm explaining that well enough, and he will see him across the room. And this is not like yesterday, but oh my goodness, I'm sorry I'm muttering. So something, or more than one something, has come out of the child's mouth that you think, how did he know that? He doesn't know Tom, because Tom has told him to say it. He's trying to let you know that he's there, and he's keeping an eye on this baby. Okay, I asked him who he's with, and he said Harriet. Don't forget, I don't get names real well, so it's at least a female with an H or an HA name. And he gave me a different name and a longer name, so that probably will fit in there. I don't know what the deal is with me and names anymore. I used to get them exact. But they keep giving me names. Okay, let's see if he'll say who else he's with. Another Tom. There's another Tom with him. Was he named after a Tom? Or maybe somebody had Tom for a middle name. So hopefully you would know that. So let's see if he wants to show anybody else that's there. Well, he's showing somebody that's there with him like to play golf. Kind of a slender built person. He's not showing me the face though. And they've got plaid golf shorts on. So he goes, Grandma's here. Grandma's here, and I'm glad. And he sang, boy, all the grandmas like apple pie, I think. He's saying once in a while you get a whiff of apple pie, and that's Grandma. She's trying to let you know that she's there too. He says he knows it threw you in a tailspin when he died, but it's made you a stronger person. It's made you rely more on yourself now that he's gone than you had to when he was here. And he says he's very proud of you, that you've gotten to be a very strong person, that you can take care of yourself, even though most of the time you don't think you can. He says you have a little bit of lack of self-confidence, and he said you shouldn't. Do what? He says, because you are an awesome person and I love you. And I should have told you more. He's getting very soft when he's saying this. He says to tell you he's getting even softer. He says to tell you he's very sorry that he didn't tell you more. and hug you more and blow you kisses more. He says, I just got lazy. And he doesn't want you to be lazy with that in your life. He wants you to make sure and tell people you love them often. Why? Because he wants you to not have any regrets when you get there. Because he says then you'll have to come back and do it again. I believe in past lives. I believe we're here more than one life, so that's a whole nother ball game. He's talking about lollipops. And then he starts singing the song Sunshine, Lollipops, Rainbows. When we're together. You don't want me to sing, believe me. So Google that song if you can find it. I think the name is Sunshine, Lollipops, Rainbows. When we're together. Google enough of those words, the song should come up. So there'll be something in the song from him to you. And you'll be surprised. You're going to hear this song. You're going to hear this song probably on a TV program or something like that. I don't know if you'll hear it on the radio. You may be walking through a store where they have piped in music and it might catch your attention, and that's him giving you a sign that he's there. And acknowledge it. Tell him, I know that's you, Dad. I love you. And once you start recognizing the signs, you'll see most of them, because you're getting lots of signs that you just miss. Asking for signs. Tell him get off his duff and send you some signs. He's talking about flowers and flowers and flowers and flowers, and he's showing me a yard where there's flowers just everywhere. A big flower bed over here and flowers behind the house. I think we're in the back anyway. Could be the front. And just flowers and flowers. So he's acknowledging whoever has this house with all these flowers, that he likes to hang around wherever that is outside. It's peaceful and full of beauty. He says, you didn't think I'd say that, did you? He says, I can be a little foo-foo. Okay, he's mentioning a car. It seems to be your car. Let's see if he'll tell us why he's mentioning your car. Okay, he's showing the hood up on it. You recently had car trouble. He said he's sorry. He's sorry he's not there to help you fix it. And at some point, when you were having trouble with this car, you said or thought, I wish my dad was here to help me with this. And he says he wishes he was too, but he can help you in a different way now. And I stress this to everybody, you have to ask him for help. They cannot override your free will choice. You can make your own choices, but if you want help, ask them and then give them permission to help you. And then you have to be willing to accept the help that they bring. And it might be some random person you've never met before, but it's the perfect person that'll get you towards some goal in your life that you want. Or it'll Be somebody who can open a door to a different job or things like that. Ask him and then be willing to accept. He wants you to know that. He's mentioning a young male about your age, but I feel like this male is related to him, not like a boyfriend or husband. I don't know if you're married or what. Like I said, I don't look. It feels somebody that's related. A young male with dark hair. He looks similar to Tom. Tom's very proud of him. Very proud of him. Like busting at the seams, proud of him. He's not saying in what area of his life or if it's just all in general. He says you have a smile that would move mountains. Ooh, I'm going to have to go look at your Facebook if you have one. So you have a smile that would move mountains. He says you need to use it more often. Share it with people. Share the beautiful things in life that you have inside of you. Don't close yourself off. Those pains that you're going through and have gone through are for you to learn from and push through them, not to let them put a wall up and stop you from moving forward. He's not saying what area of your life. Learn from it, then push through it. And leave it behind. But remember it. Okay, there's a small child's toy that makes some kind of noise when you move it. Makes some kind of noise when you move it. And it almost seems like it's round. I can't quite see it. But like if you turn it over, it kind of goes ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. That was sad. Like this. I don't even know what word to describe this. You're going to hear this. You're going to hear this noise. So if you know what this toy is or what this toy was, keep that noise in mind, and you'll hear it. It'll probably be. I always say probably because sometimes they can do it louder. Probably be kind of faint. And anytime they usually make a noise in your house, it's always when you're in the next room. Not always, but usually. I need to be careful how I say that because sometimes they can actually do it when you're right there. There was something you did to honor him around Christmas time. He knows that. He says, birthday coming, birthday coming. Somebody's got a birthday coming, so real soon. It's not talking about 4 months from now. Like real soon, somebody's got a birthday coming. Somebody real close to him. Or you. I know sometimes they're a little vague, but brown, he's talking about the color brown. I'll just put out whatever he says. There's always a reason. He said there's nothing wrong with having a beer once in a while. It's quite okay to be sociable. It's quite okay to be sociable. Now he's showing somebody mowing the yard, and it's a male. Man, it looks like him. Don't know why he would be showing this. Everybody mows their yard, so that's not anything unusual. Push mowing. Pushing a lawnmower. I'm asking him why, but I'm not getting an answer. I can't make them. Push mowing. I hope that resonates with you somehow. They have a reason. He throws his arms up in the air, and then he puts them down, and he actually gets down on the floor, and he bows down to you. Bows down to you. He thinks that you're an awesome person, an awesome mom. You're awesome in the way that you love people and care about people. He's talking about the inside of you. He says that's going to get you very far in life if you don't hide it. Just don't let him take advantage of you. He's calling you a miracle baby. A miracle baby. Don't know what he means. What he mainly wants for you in your life is to be happy. He says you don't need a mansion. You don't need all those things that you think you want to buy. And he says you realize that when you get to where he's at. That those are not the important things in life, which is what our world puts in our head. We have to buy this, buy that, spend your money on that. You gotta have this. You're not anything important unless you have this up here and all of this. That makes me a better person. And he's saying, no, it doesn't. It does not make you a better person. It just means you got more stuff. So if you want to know he's around, listen to the baby. Watch the baby where the baby's looking where there's nothing. I don't know how old your child is now. Or the grandson is now. It says there'll be two. There's two of them. Oh, my own phone scared me. I'm sorry I didn't move it. Ain't afraid to take chances and wears her heart on her sleeve. Yeah, she's crazy. Okay. That was not an accident. I almost shut it off, and then I realized that's not, because I got goosebumps. I'm sure you can't. Can you see the hair standing up on my arms? I don't know where to put it before it starts laying down. Probably can't see the hair standing up on my arms. Got goosebumps right after it started playing when I realized, oh, I know what that's for. That's for you. That played at that time because he's getting ready to leave. That's for you. beautiful crazy. So there's going to be a sign for you when you hear this song. Go Google the words to it. He says you do amaze him. You're an amazing, it's making me want to cry. He says you're an amazing person, more than he realized, and he loves you very deeply. And with that, he comes up and kisses me on the cheek. So he's going to, oh, thank you. He said that was for me, but he's going to do that. So when he tries to kiss you on the cheek, it's not going to feel like lips kissing you on the cheek. It's going to feel, and I'm not sure how you are going to accept it, because I feel energy different than you'll feel energy. And that's what he is energy. But it could feel like pin sticking you just like in one little spot, or tickling, or okay, right now I'm getting a tickling right here, like one of my hair, like my hair is tickling me. So that's probably what it's going to feel like, because they usually show me, and it's tickling again up here, but it's up here. But this will be down here on your cheek, and this is my right cheek. I know some of my videos it's backwards, but it could feel really hot in that spot. It could, or it could feel like goosebumps just in that spot. But with the tickling happen up here, I'm sure it's going to feel like a tickling there, and you're going to go like this, and it's still going to tickle because you think it's a hair or something, but there's nothing there. That will be him giving you a kiss on the cheek. He says, with that, he's going to arrivederci. See ya later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. He says, I'm around. I'm around more than you know. I just don't bother you. And I love you very deeply. Love is all there is. Love is all that counts. He wants you to remember that. And with that, he's leaving. So I hope you got a couple of validations in there so you know for sure that was him. And that's a pretty sweet hug from heaven. So I hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, thank you for being patient. Thank you for all my hiccups going on. Getting my stuff back together now. See you later. Thank you for trusting me with your loved one. Come join my Constant Connections page. Have a few things in there going on each week. Much love to you. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. See you later.